Hey everyone! It's a total blind maze sharing my mess of the world, and today I'm doing the 7 card horseshoe spread. This spread is good for when you have questions. You could use a simple yes or no card spread, which is when you ask a question and you draw a card, and the card is facing upwards, it means yes. If it's facing downwards, it means no. But I feel like this spread is more informative towards the question at hand. Because the spread not only answers the question you have, but shows hints from the past and present, people that can affect your solution to the problem, the actual problem and clear solution, and talents or other obstacles that may be preventing you from achieving it as well. The shape of the spread is how it sounds like. It's a giant horseshoe. Most people do the horseshoe facing up, adding luck to the readings. But I've also seen some people do it with horseshoe facing down. And that's if you don't believe in the idea that you can add good or bad luck to your reading. I do my readings with the horseshoe facing up because I do believe there's luck in the world. And I know that Loki or other tricksters like messing with me. So I kind of don't add fuel to the flames for them. So how you do the spread is you ask the person or yourself a question, and then you'll shuffle the deck focusing on the question at hand. And then you'll lay out the cards, starting from the top left, going down and around up to the top right. Pretty much making a giant U. That's top one. Card number 1 is the pass.
What?
And in the layout, it is the first card in the upper left corner. This card symbolizes, in the spread, events in the past that have interacted or influenced the situation or question we're asking. So when I did the spread, I was asking if I should open my own bakery. And it's cute because Lauren had like twin vibes. She's like, I mean like selling baked goods. And that's what I was thinking of. So I was thinking of like having like an actual shop. Like you kind of have like a Cake Boss or Ace of Cakes.
Ooh.
And Lauren was thinking of like doing ones out of your home, doing like fairs and stuff like that. It's interesting we had the same idea, but it was still different. The second card is the present, which shows current events that influence or have connection to the question or situation at hand. The second card in the spread, which in the layout is the second below the first card on the left side, is the death card. And this one is for me for a loop because usually death means when things are coming to the end. Not necessarily that someone's dying. That's a misconception. But like a career, love life, relationship, that also can fall in the same category. It can also represent special talents you have. For example, this card comes up in every single reading I get. And I think the reason for that is because I have a special tie to the Morgan, which is the Celtic goddess of death. Her job was that she would go on the battlefields and select those that would die. I haven't really pursued this, but I have this ability where I'll have dreams and it only makes a lot of sense to me. And it's not until the next day I realized that someone I knew that something ill will happen to them. So it's not something I liked. Hence why I haven't really gone into it. The card I drew was the Two of Swords, and upon looking at the meaning, since I'm not there yet where I can just look at a card and have it pop in my head, I did a faceplant, and Laura's laughing at me. So the card means that you should look inside yourself and find the answers there, instead of being distracted by voices that surround you.
Believe.
Which means that instead of letting other people persuade you on what you should do, that you should listen to your own heart and do it regardless of what other people are telling you.
Believe.
And stop alert. And that came up because of the fact that when I was younger and went my first semester in college, I didn't pursue baking. I actually did writing and 4 different majors because of the fact that I didn't feel confident enough myself to go in a field or career that I didn't have any support in.
Aw. And how about now?
I mean, now it's different. Like now, I'm certified with my food service card, and I excel at making American desserts, and I just started teaching myself French desserts. So I feel better about now than I did when I was younger. But like I said, this card is the past, so I'm not surprised it's showing what occurred in the past and not what the present is. That's the next card. So I kind of went a little tangent there, but I've heard you guys think that'd be cool to know about me. So in the reading, the idea that something's told me to the end, I feel like it's either associated with the first card where I stop listening to what people tell me to do. I do what I want to do regardless of consequences. Or the idea that the career goal I have will come to the end and it will switch into the baking job or shop I want to open.
Ooh.
Because right now, I got my seasonal job back for Carios, and that's all I'm doing for that is making tins, which I'm happy because no one's hired a blind person. Even out the hard way. But other than that, the other job I'm waiting to hear back on are both clerical. And clerical I can do, but it's not my dream job.
I didn't mean to make the snoring effect because it's boring, but that's too easy for you.
Oh, clerical? Yeah.
Vicarios.
Oh, they're both easy for me, but they're jobs. And I realized you can't have business without money, you know?
Unless you're very rich.
Or have an idea that makes you rich. So now we're at the bottom horseshoe. This is card 3. We're still on the left side, but now we're on the bottom left side of the horseshoe. So this card is Hidden Truth, which means that it reveals secrets, conflicts, or problems for a situation that you currently don't know about. I got the Chariot card, but I got it reversed, which means that when you get cards reversed, in my opinion, that they're not negative per se, but they're not as bright and cheerful as they are facing up. So this card means reverse that you feel powerless and lacking direction, and that as you're reading card 1, which I'm doing hit dies, especially when means repeat more than one card, that you're allowing outside influences to control your actions. Which, I mean, makes sense. Like, I know I want to open a bakery, but I don't know what I want to make for a bakery. I don't know, like, any of the actual fine details for it. And like I said, like, I'm just now feeling confident about my baking skills. And, like, for bakery, like, you gotta be, like, super confident. Card 4 is in the center bottom part of the horseshoe. And this card represents the question at hand. And this shows not only the person asking the question, but also how they feel towards the situation. And it's said that if it's upright, like it is now, that means the person is hopeful. But if it's reverse, it means that they have concern or fears for a situation. So I got the Knight of Cups, which means a person that is an emotional dreamer. So the idea that someone who has their heads in the clouds and puts their heart into what they're thinking of or dreaming of. And I think I know why it came upside down. And it's not fear, I think it's more concern. Only because of the fact that growing up, it's been made pretty clear that people with disabilities have a hard time struggling to attain their dreams than other people. So I think I'm just concerned of like how people would react with me with my own bakery. Card 5, which now we're moving on to the bottom right side of the horseshoe. represents others' influences. So the card shows how outside forces influences the person asking the question, and if these people are dealing with support, or are they trying to drag the person down. So the target for this one is another knight. This is the Knight of Swords. So this card means that when it's drawn, is that a person is highly motivated to the point where nothing can stop them from attaining their goal, and that they are quick to action without planning. Which makes sense. I mean, like I said, I'm learning different techniques of baiting, but I really don't have a plan on how to do it from baiting experimentally to run a shop. But at the same time, it's showing that I'm no longer caring about what people say. I just want to do what I enjoy.
Do what makes you happy.
Exactly. Card 6 is what should the questioner do about the situation? So, in a nutshell, what should, based on the question of my shop, how should I move forward or how shall I come to a solution? So, I got the Ace of Wands, and I actually like this card. I like what it means. So, wands usually associate with creativity, and this one symbolizes that you should be creative, but more on a common sense. That you should treat your own vision and find a place to show your voice. So, in a nutshell, it's more of the idea of being neat and standing out, rather than thinking of pursuing this idea of more of a hobby or something fun to do. We are on the last card, which is the final outcome. Which, if you're following with the idea spread of the horseshoe, we'd went from the bottom right to the middle right, and the last card is on the top right. I forgot to mention that for the 6th card. The final outcome is this 7th card, and it means a final resolution to the question at hand, also summarizing the 6 cards that take me forward and what the questioner should do towards the question or problem they're inquiring about. The final card I drew was the 5 of Cups, and this is going to be a heavy one. This is going to be pretty deep. This card means emotional baggage, especially despair, anger, regret, that you're struggling to let go of.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, taking an inspiration with the rest of the cards, I mean, I get what the cards are trying to say, and like I said, it's pretty deep. So, it's saying I shouldn't open my own shop. It's saying that I'm hesitating to pursue it because of the fact I can't let go of what happened in the past. And because of what happened in the past, it's affecting me being more open and more excited about pursuing this career idea. Which makes sense. I mean, we grow up not getting support and things you enjoy, you start to wonder if it's really for you. And I mean, I always got support from my sisters, but I think when I think about it, I originally started baking because I wanted praise from my mom. And then growing up being told that they don't believe that you have a future or career in that section, that if you go to college, you should pursue a different career. It's kind of hard to get over that. So I'm not surprised that came up in the reading. When the reading hinted at not letting outside forces affect you and that you have to listen to your voice, I get now why I was hinting at that more than once.
So what advice do you take from your reading?
That I think now, it just concretes what I was thinking, that I should one day have it, just not yet, and I need to still work towards it. Sorry.
And hone your craft.
But I shouldn't see it as a craft or hobby for that one card. That I should have a vision for it, but the vision should be something outside the norm, which makes sense because of the fact I have to accept the fact I'm a blind major. My vision's never been improved. It's very bad how it was when I was younger. So if I have my own bake shop or bakery, it's gonna be something that's crafted to fit not only myself but other employees that I hire that are also disabled. And that's something that I'm sure a lot of people would never think of or expect to see in the world. Speaking of having an idea outside the box, I do have an idea for the bakery. But like I said, I don't have resources, money, or contacts yet to get there. But when I do finally have a way to do it, I would like to do a concept I read in the manga Chair Cafe.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Lauren got figured out where I'm going with this. So the idea of it being half tarot shop for readings and stuff like that, and the other half being actual cafe, where people can buy desserts or treats or drinks, and also come if they want to write with that mystical energy surrounding them while they write.
Ooh.
And like I said, it would be run by people that have disabilities. Because clearly in the world, no one else is going to support us but ourselves.
Yeah, this is what the tarot spread looks like once you draw all the cards.
I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It's a lot of fun taking tarot spreads and breaking it down for you guys. And there's a bunch more I can do. Comment down below if there's a certain spread you'd like me to do for you guys. Until next time, blessed be. Bye!